If you made it to the end, I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of us for making it to the end, if I'm being honest.
Why are you like this?
Because we're the worst, Dan. I don't know what you expect.
Lil Wayne is also like this.
My financial advisor is big into magic.
What a terrible financial decision.
I was about to say, yeah, seriously.
He was like, "You're from Austin?" Because I don't, I left out a crucial bit of information. That was a bad clap on my 3, 2, 1. It's really like the Jeb Bush.
And I did that once, like as a joke, hanging out with a bunch of like classmates. And
did they make fun of you for it?
They didn't get it. They did not get it at all, and everyone just got like real awkward, real fast.
What if they just got it but didn't like it?
And I'm like 99% sure they just didn't get it because these guys were chill enough.
Possible.
See, I don't know why they wouldn't like it because it's objectively one of the funniest things that I think has ever happened.
It is true.
Honestly, yeah.
The Republican frontrunner could not draw or suddenly got tanked so hard that he could not draw enough people that supported him to clap when he made a speech that should be clapped at.
Yeah,
you know?
That is true.
It's really funny.
Please clap.
It's also a little. It was so sad. Like it's really funny, but it's really sad.
Well, it is really sad, but I think it's more funny than sad.
Same.
Because
I
think
it's more funny than sad because he's a rich person.
That's fair.
You know how we feel
my
about
political
rich people
dynasty
on
is
this
falling apart.
Exactly.
I just fly in my room and it's making me go bonkers.
Go big bonkers.
BANANAS.
Yeah, that's
how
how you
that
spell
works.
Go bonkers.
I think I got that one right.
You know what? I feel like we should say something to the effect of, "Hey guys, welcome back to Off the Air."
What's that?
You think we should welcome everyone back to Off the Air, the podcast by these three buffoons?
They have earned it?
Yeah. You know what? Yes. As far as our audience goes, we have earned it.
Yeah. No, that sounds fair.
Yeah. Roll Tide.
I, Noah, one of the hosts, do say welcome to the podcast. I welcome our communist overlords.
Another host, would also like to welcome you to the podcast. Nah, that's not true. Fuck off.
Dang.
I would also like to welcome our communist overlords
to the podcast.
I really think it's pretty funny that I think if America gets taken over by communism, Alabama's got to be the new role model, right? Not like the state, but like the football team, the Crimson Tide. Are you kidding me? They're practically asking to be the spokespeople. The Cincinnati Reds are going to be up there too.
You got a couple sports teams
just waiting for this invasion.
Honestly,
waiting for
they're
Reds.
so set up. It makes you wonder who's initiating the.
It's true.
The Crimson Tide, as it were.
Did you know the Cincinnati Reds actually they changed their name during the second Red Scare?
Really?
Yeah, because no one was watching their games because they're like, their name is the Cincinnati Reds. And yes, they've been that team for 100 years, but they're probably communist now.
You know what?
I'm kidding. I think they changed it to Red Legs or Red Pants, something like that. I think Red Legs sounds right. I think you're probably looking it up because they have some keyboard
Red Pants
typing.
Sounds really dumb, if we're being honest.
I feel like it was Red. It was Red something. They just added an extra word onto it.
Whack. No, sorry, I wasn't looking it up.
Okay,
I was warning Noah that I'm super sick, and so not super sick. I just have a nasty head cold sore throat thing, and so I'm gonna try not to sniffle into my mic, but there's 100% chance that it's gonna happen.
So let me get on the Wikipedia here. Cincinnati Reds.
Audience, I just want you to know, no matter how sick I get, I'm still trying to show up for this podcast.
Oh yeah, it was the Cincinnati Red Legs in 1954 to 1958.
That's an objectively worse name.
Much better. It's much better than Red Pants, though.
Well, yes.
And they did start out in 1882 as the Cincinnati Red Stockings.
That's much worse.
1882, though. How high of standards do you have for naming conventions back then?
I don't know. There's gotta be some good names in 1882.
So I have a new bit that I've been doing to my friends recently that you guys are not going to be subjected to.
Fantastic.
So basically, the year 1882 falls in this category. I believe that I could create a baseball organization as successful as the Cincinnati Reds.
I'm sorry, what?
Because here's why. So the Cincinnati Reds were created in 1882. Germ theory came out in 1890. It was when the viruses were discovered. I know what a virus is, so therefore I am also capable of creating a baseball organization as successful as the Cincinnati Reds. Because think about it. It had already been around for 8 years by the time viruses were discovered.
Mm-hmm.
So if everyone back then could do it, and I can do some of that, then I can do anything that they did before that.
I mean, I feel like this is more like
I could create a Gatling gun.
A generalization versus like a you specifically. You know,
I could tame horses.
No, I think Jackson could do it. I think Jackson could do all these things.
Wait, you believe I could I feel like I would have a way easier time making a Gatling gun from scratch than taming a horse. I'm not gonna lie.
I feel like taming a horse is just a lot of like trial and error.
They're very scary.
Whereas I love horses.
It's just tedious. Not gonna lie.
Whereas a Gatling gun is like you need a lot of like very specialized material to do. Whereas taming a horse, you don't really need that much specialized material. You need ropes.
They got big teeth though.
They do, but
doesn't that kind of scare you?
Nah, man, I love horses. I fucking love horses.
What if horses had sharp teeth?
What like shark teeth? You mean?
No, I mean that'd be terrible if they had like a whorl.
Yeah,
a whorl.
Is that what it is? That the term?
That's the shark teeth, like the rows that they have is called a whorl.
I hate that.
WHORL. Whorl. Really one of the best words to say. Dan, say it.
I'm not gonna say it.
Dan, say
whorl. I'm struggling to say it.
That's you got that pattern on your fingertips. Some people do. Other people have it in their hair.
They've also got whorl something in their hair.
Oh, you mean like God, I'm suddenly remembering. Was that was a thing, right? When you were a kid, where they're like, oh, there's only like 6 basic patterns for fingertips or something, fingerprints or something, right?
Well, I don't think it's just a thing when you were a kid. I think it's less than 6. Firstly,
3.
6 whorls.
There's the humpy one, the swirly one, and the like wavy one, right?
Are you talking about hair or fingerprints? Because I'm lost.
Fingerprints.
Okay, fingerprints. Yeah, I don't know why, but I do remember learning about fingerprints.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Like, I had to have been in grade school. That's been such a long time. Let's look it up. Fingerprint pattern.
I want to say there's like 3 or 4 basic patterns that everything is altered off of based on the width of the ridges.
There are 3. Like
yes, I was.
That sounds right. Yeah, you are right. It is a whirl. Arches, loops, and whorls.
Whorl.
Ooh,
honestly, I always had an issue with the loops and the whorls, figuring out which are which. But I'm looking at my finger right now.
Just committed to saying whorl.
Whorl.
It's such a fun word.
Whorl. In case no one could tell, this is another late night recording when stupid things are far funnier.
Yeah, no, I just got back from West Virginia. I was there for a wedding.
Congratulations.
Do you have a fun story to tell? Oh, you're welcome. So first of all, I drove 6 hours and then got home like an hour ago, did a sociology assignment, and then now we're recording the podcast.
Nice.
So sorry, there's a fly in my room. I'm at war with. I actually no, I thought I just killed it with my hands. That would have been pretty sick. Anyway,
amazing.
I just got back from a wedding, West Virginia. It was really fun. It was great. I was a groomsman. I cried.
As you do.
Because there was a one particularly heart-touching moment. I mean, I cried a lot because it's just
at a wedding. There was only one heart-touching moment. The rest of it was only okay.
No, just wait, dude. It's a heart-wrencher. So my friend Zane, we've been friends for years. We actually met playing League of Legends like 8 years ago.
Nice.
So I've been like homies since then. We visit like once or twice a year. And we talk online. He doesn't even play League. We haven't played games together for years, but we're still keeping in touch. So I was a groomsman at his wedding. His younger brother Jalen is 13, and he was a ring bearer.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was standing up at the front and holding the rings. And then during the ceremony, he started, crying, obviously sad, because you're like, man, 13-year-old boy crying because his big brother's getting married. Now I'm sad. And then the best man, who was functionally a brother to them because he lived in the same house for like a dozen years and technically not related. But anyway, he gave him a hug. And that was just a very sad, heart-touching moment.
Aww.
That's adorable.
It was very adorable. Incredibly cute.
That's super adorable.
Not gonna lie, I used to actually high-key dislike weddings. But of course, yeah.
Is it because you were bitter?
No, it wasn't because I was bitter.
Are you sure it wasn't a little because you were bitter?
Yeah, I'm 100% sure it wasn't because I was bitter.
I doubt. But all right, go on.
Can I... Jeez, dude, calm down. I'm just sitting here trying to talk. But no, it wasn't because I was bitter. It was just like, I never thought weddings were that fun. I don't like to dance is the thing. So that cuts out a lot of the fun at weddings. And if you don't have a wedding with an open bar, that cuts out all the fun at weddings. Know what I'm saying?
You know what? Hot take.
Mm-hmm.
If you have an event that has a bar, because I've been to more than a couple of film fests and stuff, and some of which are like big cash money dollar going into them. If you are at a formal event and it's not specifically to raise money and you don't have an open bar, what are you even doing?
Disagree.
All
I mean, open bar
events.
at a wedding is actually super expensive, regardless of what's actually drank.
Good.
And there's always like overages on it anyway, and there's a minimum. Yeah, cash bar is convenient.
Mm-hmm. See,
You know.
the way I see it is, I don't know. If you're gonna do cash bar, you can't have it be like a super expensive bar because that like
Oh no, yeah.
that drives me crazy. I don't know. I feel like, well, that wasn't the point I was trying to make anyway. All I was trying to say is I've just started to enjoy weddings more recently, just because like I kind of get them more now. Before they were just kind of like tedious. Like even though like I was a mature adult who like understood how things worked.
Mm-hmm.
Must be nice.
Well,
I just understand how things work. Not a mature adult.
I don't know. I got that what weddings were. I got that they were important and stuff, but it wasn't until like the last like couple of years where I'm like, okay, yeah, no, I get this now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I understand. I can kind of agree with that. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like hate him as a kid, but I was always like super awkward at him. And the problem for me is like I've been to a lot of weddings where like I didn't really know the people. Like they were just like family friends that I was vaguely familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
But like recently, with like my friends getting married, it's been a lot of fun.
I believe that.
But another reason why I support having a cash bar at a wedding is because it saves the families like actually thousands of dollars in most cases. And like if you're going to a wedding, you're already about to like be spending money on a gift for them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Another like $20 at a bar, that's fine.
I'm trying to think. I actually, now that I'm like thinking about it, I don't know if I've been to any of my friends' weddings. Like I don't actually think.
Have any of your friends been married?
Yeah, a couple, but not a ton. And like I'm trying to think, have I actually gone to a wedding for me rather than, or like for someone I care about rather than like because it was like required of me.
Yeah, no, it's definitely different if you haven't.
That might be fair.
Oops.
Okay, I can't remember one, so I'm gonna assume that I probably haven't.
What's your overall opinion on weddings, Dan?
It goes up and down. I think that if it's important to the people getting married, then it should be something that everyone's on board for. But if you don't, like in my case, right, like I'm hoping for something that's like super small, right? Like,
like just
immediate family
me and you and
yeah, and that's it.
Sorry, Noah.
I've already said, have I said it on the podcast before?
Well, I just invited myself, so.
Well, I've said multiple times that I want Noah to be the officiator for my wedding when that eventually rolls around.
Can Noah and I both do it and do like the shining kind of twins thing where we just like stand there and say everything in
unison? If you can rehearse it, hell yes. If you don't have it like down pat, then it's not going to come across well. But if you can rehearse it, sure.
What if I'm there in like my flowing dark robes, and then Jackson's there in the exact opposite colored robes?
Ooh, yeah, we're like one of us always lies, one of us always tells the truth.
Exactly.
Spoiler.
And I'll be like,
which one of us is
we're
always
very
lying.
happy for you to be here today, and Jackson's like, fuck you.
Yeah, I'm sure that would go over very well with the attendees.
I mean,
sure
with
they would
about
love
half,
that.
with exactly
say, it would
one
go
person
over-
that was in attendance, it would go over well. It would be me.
I was gonna say one person there would love it. Maybe now it would be two, because I was counting me as one of the people.
What, you think I wouldn't love it?
Three out of.
I'd be having a grand time.
We're getting good odds. These are some good odds here. 3 out of like 15, maybe.
That's
That's,
not bad.
That's a solid percentage. That's a fifth.
that's 1/5 of the audience would love it.
Honestly,
I'm trying to imagine trying to. God, we got to get Michelle on here at some point. I'm trying to imagine pitching that to my girlfriend right now, and I just I don't see it happening.
Why? I don't see any logistical issues.
Because
No fees, no crazy overages.
she has no fun and hates everything that I love. That's not true. That's not true at all. I don't want that out in the world like as if it's a serious thing. That's not true. She just doesn't go for the dumb bullshit, which I would qualify that under.
So
I would heavily qualify that under.
Personally
that.
disagree. But to each their own.
Teach your own.
So we had a couple good jokes during the wedding. The primary of which was all of the groomsmen would be like, "Man, I'm so excited." Okay, so a little context: the bride and groom had been together for about 6 years since like mid high school. They're graduating college, like they're in the senior years, and they've lived together for basically their entire time in college. And us groomsmen were just like constantly making the joke. And we like to say to people too, we're like, "Man, just super excited for them to lose their virginity tonight." And then, like, obviously, we were all just like laughing because we thought that was the funniest thing in the world saying that. And we'd say to people, and they'd be like, "Wow, really?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, buddy."
That is really funny.
Yeah, it's very funny. I don't want to give too much family information away about like the particular backgrounds, but there are some people in attendance who believe that to be the case, and that's who we were spoofing on.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it was pretty big. Man, I'm so excited.
Good for them.
It's gonna be crazy. It was a really good wedding though. I had a lot of fun down in West Virginia. Oh, speaking of which, I got denied access to a bar.
Oh, nice. Because of your out-of-state license?
No, not well. Yes, but no.
Oh.
Not because I thought I had a fake ID. Not because I was like drunk or anything. So that Saturday of the wedding, it was October 5th, and it was the game between UT, University of Texas, which is located in Austin, and West Virginia University in Morgantown. The wedding wasn't in Morgantown, but that's like everyone there loves it, and that's apparently like a rivalry to them. Like they're really concerned about it. And they had won last year by a point, so everybody was going ballistic for the game. And they were all like, everyone had like shirts on that said like horns down, because the UT thing is you say horns up, and you do kind of like a little, little like longhorn, devil horn kind of thing. Pinky finger, index finger out, and the rest of your fingers closed. And you say horns up. And they all had like horns down shirts on. They were all like doing the symbol. The game ended and UT won by like two touchdowns. So it was not a very close game. And we were going to this bar, and I went in, and the guy checking IDs. He saw mine. He's like, "You're from Austin?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "We can't let you in tonight." And I was like, "Come on." And he's like, "No, like I'm serious. We're like you guys after the game tonight, basically like horns down." And I was like, "Damn, bro, deny me access to the bar." I went to a different bar that was like way pricier, and now I still have the stamp on my hand from it.
Nice.
But moral of the story is, that bar is bad.
Yeah, I guess I get it, because like
they can do it,
but I feel like it's a bad idea.
It's tasteless.
Like if you were there in like a jersey, and that actually might be a concern for like your safety, I get that.
Okay, so context. He was like, "You're from Austin," because I don't. I left out a crucial bit of information. Yeah. He's asked if I'm from Austin. I said yeah, and then I said horns up.
Oh, okay.
And then he denied me access. Okay, so I was a little bit more of a belligerent party than I had let on.
Okay, that makes a little more sense now. So maybe it was kind of your fault.
Okay, a little bit my fault, but also like, come on.
I'm not surprised you did it, and I'm not disappointed either, because of course you would do it.
Well, because the whole day at the wedding party, everyone was like, horns down, dude. I'm like, bro, I don't even care that much about UT. Like, I'm not like a huge fan. So, but by the end of the game, I like adopted like, horns up, bro, horns up, just to make them all mad. And yeah, so yeah, not my finest moment. Forcing the entire bridal party to go to a different bar because I couldn't get in.
That's just downright hilarious, though.
That honestly is so good. Yeah.
And the other problem going to, there was a cover fee, so that sucked.
That's bullshit.
I know, it was lame, but that's the price you pay.
Literally.
Or
because you paid the price.
Yeah, no, sometimes it'd be like that.
It really do sometimes.
Oh, man. Good times.
See, I haven't had anything like that happen to me ever, but I also don't antagonize sports fans like that.
Weird.
Why?
I also habitually say Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
I don't know what it is, but something about like college sports, they just have fun things to say. And you could just aggravate people with them,
Honestly, you're not wrong. I feel like a lot of the pro teams don't have something like of that level.
It's true.
Because I mean, you got Bills Mafia, and
you got Bills Mafia.
You got Bills Mafia, you got the Dog Pound, which both of those are just excuses for people to be like really loud and obnoxious.
Yeah, no, the Dog Pound and the Bills Mafia are both just excuses for people to be angry about bad sports teams. And I'm proud of them for it, though.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, rock and roll, guys. Keep doing your thing.
Do the Eagles have a thing? The Eagles fans have a thing that they call themselves? Because I know they're notoriously like that, but I don't know if they have a name for their group.
All I know is that they say "Go Birds."
They do say "Go Birds." Dude, the Eagles fans are
they do
simultaneously the best and worst.
Can't confirm.
In that,
Calling you out, Dave.
Same with Bills fans though.
I don't know the
I'm gonna call Dave. Or I'm gonna contact Dave, see if he'll tell me what the Eagles fans are called, because he'll know.
They've got to have something.
I don't know. I've only ever heard things like "Go Bird." Like I've never heard them call themselves something.
They might not have something. I know they have a song though. You know what? We should hyper. I can't really nationalize isn't the right word because that just sounds terrible.
Ooh,
like hyper
like
patriotize the Miami Dolphins. They're doing so bad. I just feel like we should.
Oh no!
We should give
no.
him something.
I'm gonna need you to stop right now. Hyper patriotize. That reminds me. I heard. Okay, so football season's starting back up, which means I am stuck listening to football talk at work all the time. Which, not the worst. It's not like terrible. But I had a guy. Now this guy has come in the past, and he's just like a general not nice person. He has come in and like tried to guilt me about working in a place with air conditioning.
What?
He works. It was like 85 degrees out, and I'm like, man, it's pretty hot out today. And we had just turned our AC on, and we had the fan on because it was hot in the shop. He's like, yeah, nothing like working in the shop though, because he works in a factory. He's like, anything outside, it's 20 degrees hotter on the floor, so it's 113 degrees in there right now. And I'm just like,
cool.
All right.
Thank you for your service.
This man's yelling at me for working in a place that has access to air conditioning. But then this time he started talking about sports, and he says he's convinced that the NFL is rigged. You know why he thinks it's rigged though?
Why?
So most people think it's rigged because everyone hates the Patriots, but the Patriots are still doing well, so there's no way that it's not rigged. No, that's not the thing. His theory is that the NFL is rigged because, the Patriots are involved, but because after 9/11,
oh no,
that they rigged it because the Bears won the Super Bowl after 9/11. Apparently, I don't know these things for sure, but like,
go Bears.
The Bears won, and they're New York, and then aren't they?
They're in Chicago.
Wait, no, wait, who's New York?
Giants.
The Giants.
The Jets.
That was
they got two. They got the Giants and the Jets.
It was the Giants.
And the Jets did not win the Super Bowl.
No, they did not. No, I believe it was the Giants who won the Super Bowl though on 9/11, like that Super Bowl.
Yeah, not on the day.
Not on 9/11. You understand? But and that's another tragedy. Like anytime there's a major tragedy, that team belonging to that city or close to that city wins the Super Bowl. Is his theory?
I've heard that theory before.
And his continuation of that is that's why the Patriots became good that year, because he's like, before that they were trash, and then ever since 9/11 happened, suddenly the Patriots are good. And his theory is that it's the government trying to make people feel more patriotic after 9/11.
Wait, for the Patriots? Because like the Giant, huh?
For the Patriots.
Yeah, but like, what's gonna happen? My only question is, what's gonna happen to Kansas City? Because the Chiefs are killing it right now. So
something's about to happen.
Look out, Kansas. They
don't call it the Dust Bowl for nothing.
You think there's going to be more dust?
They also don't call it the Dust Bowl. I'm just remembering now. But whatever. It's not important.
They can. Wait, were you referring to like the Super Bowl?
No, I was thinking of Oklahoma.
Okay, I just was making sure that you didn't think that they called the Super Bowl the Dust Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just want to make sure that was a thing that you didn't think happened.
No, I know the Super Bowl's not called the Dust Bowl. No worries.
Okay. There's a little part where when you said they don't call it the Dust Bowl. Out
of the Dust Bowl this year? No, this is the Super Bowl. I know what I said.
Noah is canceled. What?
Dan left and then came back.
Okay, I was like, I heard the Discord sound, and I was like, someone just joined.
I lost connection for a second. We're good.
Okay.
You're back. That's what counts.
You missed football time.
No, I was here for all that.
I think you caught all football time.
It was literally just a second or two.
All right, as long as you didn't miss football time. So the problem is, I wrote a research paper on McCarthyism recently, which is why I actually knew that the Cincinnati Reds changed their name, because it was one of the little things in one of the articles I was reading about it. There was a blurb of information about the Cincinnati Reds, so I regurgitated that here. Anyway, so in doing a research paper on McCarthyism, my hands and my keyboard typed in the word McCarthy quite a bit, and I am getting ads on every form of social media for like, buy a McCarthy family crest. I'm like, I don't think you know what I was doing. I'm like, I think you had like a third of the information, and you're just like, yeah, I got it. I can piece it together. But you can't. You are wrong.
You are incorrect.
That's pretty fantastic, honestly. I love, like, sometimes Google's really good with what they do. Like, you think about something too hard, and you get ads for it, and all kinds of stuff like that.
It's true.
Other times, that happens. And it's just like, I don't know.
Let me refresh. I'm going to open Facebook here real quick and see, going through my timeline. If I was the first ad I get first ad I got was to buy more Fnatic gamer gear.
Fair.
That's based off a direct purchase made recently, so that's, respectable.
Respectable indeed.
Let's see him. I'm scrolling down here looking for some saucy ads. I'm surprised at how long I can go without an ad. Oh, National Park Service.
Because you have your ad block on?
No, I'd never use ad block. Are you kidding me?
Really?
I love
This,
the
yeah, this is a hard statement that Jackson's made multiple times now.
Huh.
I love the propagation of information.
Good for you.
Of my personal data being leaked to the world. Also, especially on like YouTube and sites where the content creators are paid through it.
Fair.
No point denying someone income. Oh, T-Mobile is sponsoring everything now. Oh, yeah, so this is a failed project. I have not seen any ads from the McCarthy Family Crest, but they are there, believe me. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Well, I'm glad that we had this TED Talk. Also,
And those are the wedding stories I have. I
Eagles
think.
fans are just called Eagles fans. They don't have any funny name.
But they make up for it in terms of their ability to climb things.
They do make up for it with their ability to climb things. Good Lord, they can climb things.
Good for them.
I'd like to see another sports team's fans climb up flag poles and light poles and burn their city down quite as well as Eagles fans can do.
I would too, just to see it again.
It was such
Honestly though, I would. That was just such a good time.
It was a very good time.
They canceled all my classes.
Oh no.
No, like during the I hesitate to call it a riot, but during the adventure of the Super Bowl.
good.
Like I had one of my professors who was like, "You guys are definitely all going out and like going to the parade or whatever, right?" And we're like, "I mean, I don't know, maybe." And he's like, "No, listen. I can't teach a class if everybody is going to the parade, and so you all are definitely going to the parade, right?" And like 3/4 of the class are like, "Oh, okay, we're on board. Yeah." And then there's just one jack off in the back who's like, "I mean, I'm still probably not going.
I would rather go to class and learn than to go and be one with the sports ball fans because they're clearly intellectually inferior
It
to
was
me."
a fucking acting class. Like, it's not even that. It was just
Yeah,
like,
you still got like Poindexters in acting classes.
you do. It's just a different
You got
kind.
Poindexters everywhere.
But yeah, no, I had one of my professors do that, and the other one just straight up like sent an email out. He's like, "Listen, there's no way I'm making it into campus this week." So,
Did you go out?
oh hell no, fuck that noise.
Coward.
I had no interest in it.
But also, I appreciate your use of the word noise. I haven't really heard that sentence or that term in a while. You know, I haven't really heard people dropping the noise bomb.
Are you allowed to call it a noise bomb?
I don't know. I just kind of decided to do that.
Fair enough.
I kind of liked it though. Noah, thoughts on the noise bomb? Noah hates the noise bomb and me. Okay.
Yep.
Heard.
I mean, classic Noah.
You guys ever
Classic
play Magic?
Noah hates everything. I thought about getting into Magic because my financial advisor is big into Magic.
What a terrible financial decision.
I was about to say,
I make
yeah,
fun
seriously.
of him for it all the time. Honestly, I'm just like, John, how can I trust you to manage my finances when you play
Also-
Magic the Gathering?
Also, hold on. Can we back up? You have a financial advisor?
You don't?
I didn't know that was a thing like that people actually had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
He
next? You don't have
he
an
manages
investment
my-
portfolio?
I mean, not to like get into my personal finances, but he manages my retirement fund.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
No one's gonna retire next year.
I
Yeah,
plan
okay.
to retire at 55.
I plan to retire today.
Nice. That's goals,
Okay, so
honestly.
here's a question for you guys that
Yeah.
I was thinking about. In a non-self-destructive way, do you think it'd be cool to drive a car off a bridge?
Oh, super
Wait,
cool. Yes,
wait,
100%.
Okay, thank you.
I
No,
need to rewind us
100%.
real quick, and then we can get
Mhm.
right back to driving off a bridge, which would be so
Okay.
much fun.
All right, cool.
I opened Facebook to see what ads I would get, and there's just a suggested group things in the sidebar. And this group is called Mushroom Growing, and it says one
Okay.
friend, and it's my dad. My dad is in this group
I thought it
called
would be
Mushroom
me.
Growing.
What? I mean, I feel like I gotta make. I just for like to be absolutely 100% certain. What kind of mushrooms, Noah?
I think
Wait, does your
it's-
dad want to get into mycology with me?
I think it's just regular mushrooms. I don't think it's like drugs. It's just
Yeah,
edible,
it's just fun.
gourmet, and medicinal mushrooms. It's just people who like fungus.
Yeah, it's surprisingly a large community. Speaking of which, do you think your dad would want to get into growing mushrooms with me?
Yeah, probably.
It just seems like a fun thing to do. Just like
See,
some
I'm
oyster
out here,
mushrooms,
I just wanna-
lion's mane.
I just want to like grow fresh herbs so I can have like things to cook with. And my dad's
come
out here
spring, I
being
do
like,
wanna
yeah,
plant
let's
some
grow
lavender."
mushrooms. Freaking wild.
You can cook with those too, man.
That's true, honestly.
That is.
I've actually been thinking about planting a whole bunch of lavender when the season comes because it keeps as a perennial in this part of the world.
That's true.
Yeah, we live in a really good spot for lavender. So I was thinking about just like putting a couple basins out in the front yard and filling them with lavender because it needs really, really like dry soil, which I don't have here. But if you put them in a basin, you can give good drainage and you can get some dry soil in there.
Huh.
Jackson's farming corner. I was in the FFA when I was in high school for my freshman year.
What the fuck is the FFA?
Future Farmers of America. It's like an elective class. Like you could take like pottery, you could take FFA. I took it and it was pretty fun. It's just like you learn about like agriculture and growing techniques and like the history of different like irrigation like systems throughout the world. It's pretty neat.
That actually does sound kind of neat. I won't
But it was
lie to you.
basically just me and like 20 rednecks. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah, as you would expect, TBH.
We
You
had
guys-
this course on cheese where like the teacher brought in a whole bunch of like international cheeses we got to test.
Okay, I know. I now realize you said cheese. I 100% thought you said G's, and I'm like, oh, you got some like real OG courses? What?
Yeah, no, 50 Cent came in. He was
Yeah.
like G Unit, and the whole G Unit came in.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, guys, you like Lil Wayne?
I used to like Lil Wayne, but I am much less in favor of his stuff now.
I don't know enough
See,
about
'cause
his music to.
I've been
have
listening
an
to Lil
opinion.
Wayne lately.
I like his old stuff an awful
I
lot.
like his new stuff. I've been bobbing to Used To quite a bit.
Mhm.
It's pretty good.
See, I think
That's
it's
all.
he looks like his hair just kind of makes him look like a frizzy Q-tip right now, and it bums me out because it's just rough, and I want him to get a hold of his life because he's not doing well.
You think Lil Wayne doesn't have a hold of his life?
I don't want to say yes for sure, but 100% yes, he does not have a hold of his life.
Why?
Wow.
Have
Noah.
you? He's looking rough.
Oh, he's like
Like-
40.
Is he 40?
I don't know. I just made that up. Dan, can we get a fact check on how old Lil Wayne is?
Got you,
37.
fam.
So he
Oh.
is older than I thought he was.
Okay.
But Wayne's looking rough.
Why is
I'm-
Wayne looking so rough, Noah?
It's because of his excessive drug use, Dan.
How?
What
And
Wait,
because
now-
he bleached
hold
his
on.
dreads, and now he
Wait,
has
you
like.
think Lil Wayne does drugs?
Well,
Are you trying to tell me that doing drugs is bad for you?
Are you
I'm
trying to
just
say that Lil
saying
Wayne
the
does
man
drugs?
bleached his dreads, and now he has like 7 dreads on his head instead of like the bunch of cleaner dreads that he used to have.
The more the merrier.
Now with more dread per dread.
Um.
I'm just saying he's not doing well. I'm concerned
fair
for
enough.
Lil Wayne.
Well, I'm glad that you're concerned for him. I think he'll pull through. I believe in him. He's a strong guy.
I want him to release another album like he did where he like had all the skater music themes where he like actually had guitar on it and that one song
yeah.
with Eminem.
Oh, do you remember Lil Wayne's sick guitar solo?
Oh, I do. The lollipop solo.
One of the most legendary live performances of all time.
It's amazing, honestly. Like guitar YouTubers still get traction out of that joke. Mimicking his play style and his solo, and it brings me much joy.
Yeah, that's a. It was so good.
I have no clue what you guys are talking about.
Okay, I'll show you some other time because it doesn't. No, I'm gonna talk
Yeah.
about it. No, there's
Basically,
not
Lil Wayne just
much of
played
a point
guitar very
talking about it.
poorly on
Yeah,
stage.
He played it very, very poorly, and ever since then, he had a guy backstage playing for him so he could just like fake it and look cool.
Oh, poor
But the
buddy.
first time he tried to do it himself, and his like form holding the guitar was really whack, and it was literally like a 3-note sloppy solo. That he
3-note sloppy
played-
solo just sounds.
Yeah, I do like
unpleasant.
that.
It,
Yeah.
Oh, see, we're on different pages. Like, 'cause I thought it sounded very nice, but you know,
but that's also fine. It's fine.
all right, yeah, to each their own.
Nice wouldn't
I'm
be the
good.
word I would personally use, but you know what? I respect your opinion on that.
Thank you for respecting my opinion on that.
Nothing else though, just that.
Not even on Lil Wayne.
I mean, I would have to know more about Lil Wayne to respect your opinion on it. You know,
He's just Lil Wayne. You know,
just Lil Wayne in it up. I didn't like that. Those words came out of my mouth.
You know, sometimes he's doing that though.
I didn't like that those words came out of my mouth. Gotta be real with you.
Okay.
I'm sorry for
so, I brought up Lil Wayne. That's all I got.
Yeah, no, dude. I'm sorry. Tonight is rough. Like I said, I am very sick, so I am having a hard time like maintaining every piece of the conversation that I would normally, be rocking because, as a professional
Yes.
podcast host, I do nothing but, come up with great bits 24/7.
You do that, sure.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of great things, I in my about 12 hours of driving that I had to do to get to West Virginia and back, I listened to the entirety of Men Without Women. It's a collection of short stories by Haruki Murakami. It was very, very good, and I listened to it on Audible, which you can get a free trial of at audibletrial.com/off-the-air if you want to support the podcast.
Nice. I feel like we don't
Very
even
nice.
deserve to have a plug this episode.
Why?
I don't know.
I
But
think this
to
has
be,
been pretty fire, dude.
to be fair,
Just
I
like
don't-
the Lil Wayne. Wait, hold up. Where,
go for it. No, go for it.
Lil Wayne be like,
It's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Lil Wayne do be like that.
He do just be like, and it's just a crackling in the.
Lil Wayne just out here like.
I hate both of
Dana,
you.
you gotta do it.
I'm not going into the other room to get a
You
lighter
have to
for
say
this
Lil
bit.
Wayne Be like,
No,
and
I'm not. No, I refuse. I quit.
We're trying to bring you in on a bit, Dan. We're trying to include you, and you're just shutting bits down as relentlessly as I
yeah.
do.
This is the best bit I may have ever come up with.
Honestly, though,
Noah.
I actually think I've done this on the podcast before.
you have.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no way I haven't, because I usually keep a lighter on my desk because I have incense on my desk too.
Mm-hmm.
So like, there's no way I haven't done the Lil Wayne Be like bit before.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking hell.
I usually never have a lighter near me, so
Oh, wait, I have two. Hold up.
Oh God.
Time paradox. Lil Wayne Be like.
Why is that the one that got
Not
me,
gonna-
motherfucker?
not
Wait,
gonna lie,
can-
it just
can-
kind of sounds like you went.
Like you just clicked it twice.
Wait, can I
Yeah.
double it?
There you go.
I'm sure listeners are like, what are they doing right now?
No, they know exactly what you're doing. They're just
I was like,
disappointed.
they know what's happening. They just don't want to
They
listen
know
to
exactly what's happening because they know Lil Wayne Be like.
Why are you like this?
Because we're the worst, Dan. I don't know
Who
what you
hurt
expect.
you?
it. Lil Wayne is also like this.
I hate both of you so much.
Dan
would.
Be like, no lighter flick. That was the thing. The thing is that I didn't flick the lighter.
Mhm.
Nice.
Thank you.
I got it. I thought it was pretty
Comedy is dead, and I'm here to nail the coffin shut.
good. I'm here to nail that comedy.
This fly is gonna die. I got it. I just slapped a fly.
I'm proud of you.
I feel so strong. It's probably
Proud
not
of
dead
you.
because I didn't hit it like super hard, but
Unlimited power is at your disposal.
unlimited power.
So, it is still October. Did
It
you
is
guys
still,
know
in
that?
fact, October.
Shocktober is
Well-
the spookiest month of the year.
It's spooky and shocking that I have a horror movie corner. A better
very-
prepared one than last week, even. Because
You
I
put a
watched
grand
this
2
movie
seconds into thought of this.
3 hours ago.
Convenient.
Maybe 5 hours ago. Regardless, I watched it. I have finally seen Rosemary's Baby.
Oh,
so
I
you
actually know
didn't-
this one.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm gonna be honest.
actually
I don't know how I missed this movie.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this one, actually.
You're not a fan?
No.
I think I can guess why. It's because it has the same kind of plotting listlessness that Citizen Kane has at times.
Yeah, it does.
And it's probably
so
because
up
they
its own
came out of
ass.
similar eras.
It's so up its own ass.
I didn't know that this movie came out in 68. Not
Yeah,
gonna
no,
ly.
it's old. It's an old ass, oldest
Only
one.
1 year away.
I thought it was in the 80s, honestly. I thought it came out in the 80s.
Nah.
But no, it's a 137-minute movie, which I mean, it's cool. There's good points. But
Okay, give it to me straight, Doc.
Mhm.
How does it compare to Paddington and Paddington 2?
well, Jackson, I think
Mhm.
you'll be happy to know that Paddington and Paddington 2 are much more concise and as Martin Scorsese would say it, better films.
Better than Marvel.
They are cinema, and Marvel is a theme park.
It's true. I'm glad somebody gets it, and that somebody is Martin Scorsese.
Oh yeah.
When he said, and I quote, Jackson is cool, Marvel is like a cinematic theme park, and Paddington 2 is the pinnacle of modern cinema.
He did
remember
say all of these things.
Mhm.
Why
I
are you in that
remember reading
order?
the interview.
Yeah,
it was
a
weird
very
that he
one of
talked
those
about
things.
you because he was actually giving an interview about a totally different thing.
The Fly is back.
Bastard fly. But yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Rosemary's Baby. There were some things that I enjoyed, like in the very beginning of the movie. There's this scene where they just had moved into the apartment. They're eating on the floor
Which
with
is
a
a mood.
lamp. Like they haven't moved anything in apparently. But then
Mhm.
she just looks over at her husband, whose name is Guy, worst name, and she's like, "Hey, let's bang."
Okay, well, there is a single celebrity chef who is great and has that name. So
Yeah.
take it back.
No, he's great, but her husband is not.
Okay.
But yeah, they're sitting on the floor in this room in front of the only bay windows in the house, and she's just like, "Hey, let's bang," and he's like, "Okay," and then they do it right there in the middle of the floor, right next to the food. Nothing gets moved,
mean-
nothing or anything. It's just like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, that's how
Dan,
it works.
no commentary, please. So like that amused me a lot because I'm just like, okay, rock and roll, live your life. But then as we go through the movie, you know, her husband turns out to be the biggest asshole because he promises her baby to a cult of witches for success. So
Look, that's reasonable.
Honestly, it is, but you can't promise somebody else. I'm on board
you
with
can
it.
promise your own baby.
Well, I mean, technically it was his baby, wasn't it?
But you can't promise it takes two to tango, Dan. You can't promise a baby that you didn't pop out of your body without the permission of the person who did the popping. That's all I'm saying.
The poppin' person, as it were.
Yeah, the person.
Ooh, didn't like that sound.
Oh, ow. Can't do it again. Sorry. But yeah.
Oh no, darn. Curses.
I don't know. The whole movie I think it was enjoyable enough that I am happy I watched it because it is an iconic piece of horror cinema.
It is. Enough that, like I said, I've even
call it
seen
an iconic piece of cinema.
Yeah, no, I watched it in the context of like a broader like film scope.
There's an awful lot of things that I really, really liked about it. But it got all the way to the end, and then you just have this room full of old people that are like, "Hail Satan! Hail Satan!" And I'm just like, all right, this is just goofy now.
They make a good point, though.
I mean,
because
they do.
like I do get that would have been like shocking to people of the era.
I mean, to be fair, there are plenty of people it would be shocking to now.
Oh yeah, but like just the phrases back in the 60s definitely would be enough to like make people like, whoa, more so than now. Now it's just like, I don't know, it makes me laugh.
Nice, I tweet that all the time, dude.
Yeah, I'm just like all the time. I'm like, oh, you know,
#
Hail Santa, my guy. But
I don't like that. I don't like you like intentionally censored yourself for that. That made me
Santa?
angry.
I say Hail Santa an awful lot, Dan.
I don't like that. I was
He's
more
the clause,
somehow
Dan.
I was more on board with Hail Satan than I am with Hail Santa.
Why, you don't like Santa?
Santa's a fucking hack.
I can't believe you'd say this,
So are
Dan.
we.
It's accurate.
Jesus, hurtful.
But I'm the best kind.
Why? How are you
Whatever
the best
that's worth.
kind?
Best kind of hack? I don't know.
Fair enough.
Dot hack is probably the best hack. It's an anime, dude.
I want to disagree, but I can't because obviously you are accurate.
But yeah, Rosemary's Baby, worth watching.
Yeah, Rosemary's Baby is a trip.
More than once, I wouldn't.
Maybe. I mean, I definitely have.
Only because it's a 2.5 hour movie.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
that's why you got to watch Paddington 2 more than once.
Yeah, no, it's like a 2.5 hour movie
because the 2 is in the name for Paddington 2.
Yeah, we got it.
That
came out
Paddington
really harsh.
2.
I apologize.
Have you seen Paddington or Paddington 2?
I have not seen either.
Really, I honestly very highly recommend them.
Like, not even a bit
because I mean, I think that they're genuinely very good movies.
It's definitely on my watch list. I just haven't got around to it.
Well, history will never remember your name.
It's true.
I mean, that's fair.
In fact, that's because history remembers the names of everyone who watches Paddington and Paddington 2. Their names are jotted down. The big book.
The big book of Paddington. The
Paddington. The Dalai Lama has it. Is that still there's still a Dalai Lama, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he said if there's a female Dalai Lama, she'd have to be hot and sexy, otherwise people wouldn't pay attention.
He's right. He didn't say that she would have to be hot or sexy to be the Dalai Lama, just that otherwise people wouldn't pay attention.
I thought that was like his qualification of if there was a female Dalai Lama, she would have to be those things, otherwise she would be a bad Dalai Lama.
I think
no, he's saying that people aren't going to listen to her because people are fucking garbage.
I mean, I am just saying the current Dalai Lama, hot stuff. I get where he's coming from. He just wants someone to live up to his own image.
Oh,
I do not know what he looked. Actually, in fact, up until like 4 minutes ago, I did not know he existed. So maybe he needs to be hot.
I think John Oliver went over to like hang out with him at one point for a thing.
That means nothing to me. If you were to give me a picture,
he'll know what the Dalai Lama looks like.
No,
if you were to give me a lineup of like 10 guys and one of them was
exists.
John Oliver, I could not tell you who John Oliver is.
Yeah, you could because he's a Zazu looking motherfucker.
Okay,
that is all the information you need.
I'm gonna send a picture of the Dalai Lama, and I'm going to send a picture of John Oliver. And Jackson, you get to figure out which one is which.
Send 4 pictures in the Discord of different just people, and then one of them's got to be John Oliver, and I'll tell you who John Oliver is.
Amazing.
Also, does he play Zazu? Isn't that
he
Aladdin?
does? He does. He also has been very commonly referred to as looking like Zazu.
Isn't who's Gilbert Godfrey play?
All right, so Jackson, right here, I have a picture of John Oliver with the Dalai Lama. Which one is which?
Well, actually, to be fair, I don't think I've ever seen either of those people, but both of them are John Oliver.
Dang, I can't believe you got it. I'm very
We're all
proud
John
of you.
Oliver now.
Thank you. Here, hold on. Let me look up Gilbert. Cause maybe I just don't know who Zazu is, but I thought Gilbert Gottfried played Zazu.
He might have.
No, he played Lago. Lago's the parrot. Then who is
Yeah.
Zazu then?
No, Iago's Zazu's Lion King, not Aladdin. He's the fucking
Bro, same thing to
hornbill.
me.
He's the fucking King's advisor or whatever from Lion King.
I'll take your word for it.
That's fair. I appreciate you believing me.
Is he in the Lion King 2?
Mm-hmm.
Lion King 1.5?
Who saw the Lion King 2?
I don't know. Probably you.
I remember
I mean,
seeing
you're
Lion
right.
King 1/2. I
I
like
was
that
gonna say,
one.
Actually, I saw the Lion King 1.5 too.
Lion King 2 is actually really solid. Don't at me.
That's the one with Scar's emo kid, right?
It is. It 100% is, in fact, his emo kid.
I wish I had an
You're
emo
never
kid.
gonna guess what I couldn't care less about.
His
I thought
Scar's
you were
emo
about to
kid?
say Scar's emo kid, in which
you know who you
case
should
you
care
got me.
about? You know who you should care about? Scar's emo like widow.
Why would I want Scar's emo widow?
Because
Dan.
she is phenomenal.
Dan, are you about to drop your furry thing on me?
Yeah, Dan's
Nah,
dropping
nah, she's
Dan's
just super
definitely
evil.
furrying out right now.
She has no, okay. I mean, listen, I won't
Mhm.
deny, you know.
See, because the thing is, that's not even furrying at that point. That's just straight up a lion. It's not even like anthropomorphic. It's just a lion.
Fuck me. What was I gonna say? God damn it. No, I was gonna say she has a really cool villain song. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Like her-
He will be a king.
Yeah, that one. See, you have seen it. You fuck.
Yeah, I just saw that picture and it brought something like out of my brain.
Yeah.
For those of you who are not in the current call right now, looking at the Discord chat, which Noah's posting pictures, and he posted a picture of Scar and Scar's wife, and then it just elicited a reaction from my brain to sing the song. So we are all products of propaganda, and none of us are immune to what advertisers want us to believe.
Yeah. Accurate.
Thank you for coming to the podcast. Now please go to audibletrial.com/off-the-air, and you can monetarily support the channel, or go to patreon.com/Noah.
Off the air.
Okay, that's where Patreon is.
Patreon.com/Noah.
If you go to patreon.com/Noah, you help a man build a boat.
That's not accurate, but I mean, it could be.
I mean, it might. I want it to be.
I mean, we're not
You think I could
wrapping
get
up.
like a Kickstarter
Oh, yeah.
for like me to build just like a really big boat?
I don't know.
Kickstart that, yeah.
The Creation Museum kind of did that,
Yeah.
and they made a big boat.
I'm too slow. But do you think I could get like another one? You think I could be like, hey guys, trust me, when everything goes to hell in a handbasket, I will have the boat, and the top donors get to come on board.
Yeah, I think you can go for it.
Yeah, you could probably swing that. I mean, there was the guy that kickstarted like a potato salad.
Yeah, that was
Man, that
like
guy
a
was
meme that
cool.
got blown out of proportion, and he did. Yeah, he threw a party for everybody.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he made a like whole thing about it. It's actually super cool.
Nice guy.
Yeah.
Speaking
Sucks-
of which, I had an idea for a Kickstarter earlier today.
Oh no.
So a friend of mine works at like a factory, and they make different dressings there.
Mhm.
And he's like, so like every day I get to bring home like 2 bottles of dressing, and he's like, and I always do, so I just have like a closet full of dressing basically. And I came up with an idea for a documentary, much like Super Size Me, but it's just called All Dressed Up and Nowhere to Go, and it's about a man who eats nothing but dressing for 30 days.
Jesus Christ! Why would you say that out loud? Shut your mouth, Pat.
It's a good title, though.
Thank you. Mayonnaise is on the table.
Yes, because mayonnaise can be a salad dressing.
Yeah,
What,
We talked about it last week.
we did.
dude? I don't
And it-
remember anything.
We talked about it last week, but we immediately said that if someone tried to give you mayonnaise as a salad dressing, you'd be furious. Or not you,
Mhm.
but Jackson would be.
I
Also, if
would
someone
be, yes.
tried to give you macaroni salad, if you asked for a salad and just said, give me a salad, you would also be furious.
Fair. All right.
Sure, we did talk about this.
I
So what do you think of my documentary idea?
I mean, I've seen worse documentaries.
Thank
And
you.
the title is legitimately one of the best things I've heard in ages.
I appreciate that. I did come up with that when we were sitting at brunch. And then I also came up with the idea of alcohol-infused dressings. Here's my number one. It's Catalina dressing, but you put like some spiced rum in it, and it's called red rum.
That's a good idea.
Thank you, Noah.
That's just the funniest tweet I've ever seen in my life.
But you gotta say it then.
will.
Yeah, you gonna share with the class?
Okay. So it says, me telling my story, how I survived a plane crash and lived on a deserted island for a year. Yeah, it was crazy. Friend who once got a text from me where I accidentally called the Grinch the Grink. Was the Grink there?
That's so funny. That's actually good.
Because that's something I would do.
Noah's dying right now.
Noah's gone, man. Game
That's
over.
something that I would do, and it's something that would happen to me. That's something Jeff would do to me. I'd be like,
Fuck it, it's
Jeff
something I would do to
this
you.
to me. It's something all my freaking friends would do to me. Was the Grink there?
Jesus Christ. I haven't heard him cackle like this in a hot minute.
Bro, Noah is losing it over the Grink. You say the word Grink and Noah loses it.
It's a funny word. Even without the context, Grink is just a funny word.
It's true. If one of my friends were to just text me the word Grink, I would be very scared.
See, here's the thing. I skimmed through the text of the tweet really hard, and I saw the story of how I survived a plane crash, and then my eyes skipped to the end, and all I saw was the Grink there, and I'm like, good lord, is that a typo for Grinch? And it was!
I hate all of you so much. I want it to be on record that I hate Noah the most.
So happy.
I want it forever immortalized in history. Noah, you're the worst.
I wish I could
Okay.
ever feel anything as much as Noah felt happy about that tweet.
You know
It's
what?
the funniest tweet
Same.
I've ever seen in my life. Oh, I'm better now, though.
Big doubt.
You don't think he's better now?
No.
I think his life was enriched by that.
I think so.
I think he's a schmuck. Why did schmuck fall out of style as like a term to call people?
I don't know. People call, I was going to say people call me that all the time. I see that get tossed around frequently.
I feel like the
So
only
this is
time I
just
ever
a
call
guess.
someone a schmuck is when it's Noah.
Yeah, it's just a guess, but it is a Yiddish Hebrew. It's a word used by Jews for the most part. It's a Jewish word.
That explains why my
For,
dad says it. Not
for, like,
because
you're
he's
a
Jewish,
loser.
but because he uses a lot of Yiddish.
but like it's basically a, you're a loser kind of word. And I feel like it probably was tied to anti-Semitism, at least on some level.
Like
When
everything
you
else.
call someone that, you're probably being like, it's functionally like a negative word to be used towards Jewish people. But I might be wrong. That's just a guess because I know that's its origin.
I did not know that's towards
So it probably has fallen out of favor a little bit.
Speaking of Yiddish words, one of the lines in Rosemary's Baby is the husband trying to sell his wife on
Craigslist.
the fact that, like, yeah, sure, we gave the baby up.
No one just talks through that. Okay.
Yep.
No, I was there.
Yeah,
I was
sure.
here for it, my dude. It was good.
Gave the baby up, but it's not like any different than if you had just lost the baby. And besides, we're gonna go to Hollywood and we'll have pools and live on Beverly Drive, all the schmear. And it's
The
just like,
schmear.
and I'm just like, excuse me.
The 60s.
The 60s were a time.
When you could microwave anything and there were no
Anything.
standards.
Anything and everything could be microwaved.
Yeah, they recommended it.
And things were advertised as digestible.
Well,
I
that's
remember-
the-
We got like a whole bunch of people like, microwaves are causing cancer. And then like, or not microwaves, but like all these chemical additives are causing cancer. But then like for 30 years of their life, they just cooked everything exclusively in a microwave and put their face up to it. And they're like, wow, I wonder what's going to happen.
Oh.
All right. So I think that's a high point to end on. Mostly because we've got some Patreon shout outs again this week because Cloud upped her serve. Freaking heck, I don't know what I'm saying.
More like clout.
Cloud upped her clout, and
Thank you.
now she got something for me to say. And Emma has chosen me to say her line this month as well. So we'll
Dang,
start with
Noah.
Cloud because I know what that one is, and I don't know what Emma's is.
Yes, Emma has entrusted that to me.
Once again, this is if you're on the $10 Patreon tier, you will get yourself a shout out, access to bonus content, which is coming soon. Hopefully, after this episode drops, we will have our first
there's actually
episode
a
up.
couple of them that are already, I know for a fact, recorded. And
Shut
I'm
up,
assuming
Dan.
about half
Shut
of them
up,
are edited.
Dan. And anyway, so here's Cloud. She says, I know what I want my request to be. I said, oh, do tell. And she says, yeah, say, I'm gonna break your Nico kneecaps in my southern drawl.
I don't like
So there
that.
you go, Cloud.
Roll Tide.
I don't know
I
what
like
that
it.
means. and it honestly terrifies me.
So there's a character in the show Love Live
Okay.
that says her name is Nico Yazawa,
Mm-hmm.
and she's not the best. But she always goes Nico Nico ni and does this little dance thing.
So now me saying I'm gonna break your Nico kneecaps makes it seem like I have any idea what that means.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
And now you do know what it means, actually.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Now here's the bigger thing though. Emma's is a surprise that I will see. Dan's about to send it to me now.
Dan
I
is about to
have
send
my
it to
eyes
you.
closed. I'm going to open my eyes and read it, and you will see my first reaction. Dan,
So yeah, she her exact instructions were, I am to send it to you, and you are to begin reading, and it doesn't matter if you mess it up. You just gotta power fucking through it.
okay. I'm half
right.
a sec.
All right. Wait, no,
Okay.
no, to be ready.
Okay.
All right, here we
Started
go.
out with the classic, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm actually gonna post it in the.
in the host chat.
I'm gonna post it in the host chat because I want Jackson to be able to read along with us.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm in the host chat. I'm ready to go.
All right, here we go. All right, it's up.
Oh no! I can't speak Spanish.
Yep, that's the point. Go for it, buddy. Come on.
¿Qué carajo de mierda acabas de decir de mí? Pequeña para?
Whoa. Can you roll your R's?
Te hará saber que me grado primo en mi casa en los Navy SEAL. Oh no! Is this the Navy SEAL copy pasta?
I don't know why you'd say that. It's a ridiculous claim.
Why estado involucrado en números incursiones secretas sobre Al-Qaeda. Y tengo más de 300 muertes confirmadas. Estoy capacitado en la guerra de guerrillas y yo soy el mayor Frank, whatever, de todas las fuerzas armadas de Estados Unidos. I can't read this whole thing.
Keep going, buddy. She even was like, "Oh, I'm worried because it'll be
She
over the
did
limit."
ask me permission.
And
No
I was
es
like,
nada para mí salvo un objeto más. Te eliminé con una precisión tal como nunca has visto antes en esta tierra. Recuerda mis malditas palabras, Chris, que puedes salir a hablar verde de mí en internet.
I won't lie to you. This is the best thing she could have given you.
So, this is because I said paella by accident instead of paella.
That's hysterical.
For the record, pensé otra vez, hero de puta, en estos momentos me estoy poniendo en contrato con mi red secreta de espace en los EEUU. What? I don't know what that means.
I'm assuming
As
it's
if I
a
understand
translation
anything
error.
else. Y2IP está siendo rastreando ahora mismo. Así que prepare para
No,
la
it didn't think
tormenta.
that maybe this would backfire on him.
Usando la tormenta que azara con la petencia basura que lamas vida. Estás muerto, Hijo. Puedo estar en cualquier parte. En
You can just
momento.
hear a man's spirit breaking in real time.
I know. I am in awe that we got this
Puedo
troll.
matar más de 7,000 maneras. Why eso es tan solo con mis propias manos. No solo he sido ampliamente entrado en combates en arms, sino que tengo acceso a todo el arsenal de la Marina de los Estados Unidos. Why lo voy a utilizer? En todo su... This is so long!
Dude, this is on you.
Dying!
She specifically was like, I don't know if I can do this.
culo de la fez del continente pedazo de merde. Si solo hubieses sabido que castigo infernal tu poquio comentó intelligence establish a punto de hacer cara sobre ti tal vez hubieses. I'm dating a Puerto Rican and I can't.
Yeah, no, you are, which makes it very funny.
Spanish.
This makes it very, very funny.
This is so embarrassing. Because I never claimed to be able to speak Spanish before, but this is just embarrassing now.
Listen, man.
No.
You can stop at any time.
No, I can't. I need to finish. I've gone on so long. Why ahora estás pagando el precio, maldito idiota? Cagaré furia sobre ty te... I'm done. This is muerto, chico. I'm done.
Never don't give up.
That was
rough for you. I'm gonna be honest with you, buddy. That was not a good time for you. But you know what?
No.
I'm genuinely proud of you for powering through it, because I would have given up so fast.
Coward.
Yeah.
I don't know when this started, but this will be on screen. So you can read along with me.
I hope you fucking speed it up in the fucking edit.
Well, that might be a good idea.
What? So that you don't hear me struggle for 5 minutes?
Oh no!
Yeah, that would be nice.
I think you definitely struggle through at the beginning and then just speed it up through as it goes. Because that's the joke, right?
Interjections.
Like the joke for the fucking meme is that it just goes faster and faster and faster.
Is it? Is that the joke? I thought it was just that it exists.
No, like anytime it appears in like something like in GIF or video form, it like starts at what the fuck did you just like, and then it just speeds up and speeds up.
You went digital on me real quick there, which I will say. No, it was just like when you said, and then it was just, and then it just speed up. It was just kind of funny. It's not important. We don't have any new reviews on iTunes, but you guys can give us a review there. 5-star, say something. We would love to read out something that you have to say. Not gonna lie. You can find us on patreon.com/offtheair if you want to make me say stupid stuff like what I just had to do. You can follow us on Twitter at the Off the Air and facebook.com/OTA podcast. I'm on Instagram and Twitter as Bubba the Bad, BUBBADABAD. I post some pictures sometimes. I tweet hilarious tweets like the Grink.
Calm down.
No, I retweet hilarious tweets like the Grink.
There it is.
And that's about all I've got. How about you guys?
No, I mean, you sounds like you did pretty well.
Yeah, you got it.
You can find me places, stuff, you know. Not college, but places. I don't fucking remember, dude. I am so sick. I need to get some sleep. I gotta get up in like 6 hours to go to work.
57 on Instagram and Twitter, and Born to Rule on Twitch.
I want to die.
He wants to die.
Which you can see lots of tweets like that on my Twitter and also on my Twitch.
Jackson, on the other hand, Turning Point USA.
Roll Tide.
Did you get a new Instagram handle too?
No, I don't actually ever use Instagram.
Okay. And you're still trying to nail down Young Republicans.
Yeah. In general, as a more of an idea, you know what I'm saying?
There we go.
That's in reference to the bit about Caitlin Bennett we did months ago. Good talk, guys.
Hey, thanks for
this
listening
was
today, everybody.
An episode. If you made it to the end, I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of us for making it to the end, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
I can't believe, Emma, I cannot believe you made me read the Navy SEAL copy pasta in broken Spanish, then translated through my broken Spanish. That was just cruel. Catch y'all next week.
Bye,
guys. I really hated that, Dan.